It's genuinely wild how a tight 30 to 60 second clip can completely outperform a 10-minute rambling video these days. We all endlessly scroll through shorts, reels, and TikToks, but actually, crafting one that truly lands can feel like an absolute nightmare. Trust me when I say that I have personally been stuck in that exact creative hole. If you are a creator constantly obsessing over watch time and click-through rates, you feel this deep in your bones every single day. Before I discovered this tool, my team and I were totally stuck on that exact exhausting hamster wheel of late night edits and frantic trimming at 3 in the morning. It was an absolute soul-crushing grind, plain and simple. So today I am walking you through exactly how I turn a boring talking head clip into a punchy short video in just minutes, showing you how the software quietly does the bulk of the heavy lifting. First, we absolutely need to be honest about where we start this entire editing process. This is a straight up clip of me talking right into the camera, featuring a steady shot, my usual microphone setup, and the same lighting I always use, basically the bare minimum production value. There is no B-roll footage, no fancy or funky transitions, and absolutely nothing in the raw footage that immediately screams, "Watch me now." When left in its raw state, this footage is, let's be honest, kind of snoozy and unengaging. It is time to completely change that dull first impression right now. Step 1 is incredibly simple. Upload your source footage directly into the platform. I immediately hit the auto edit feature, specify the language being spoken, and if it's a multi-person podcast, I flip on the multi-speaker mode option. The tool automatically splits every speaker into a distinct color, so everyone instantly gets their own dedicated caption lane, meaning no more guessing who spoke when the audio gets overlapping and messy. Furthermore, there is even a convenient one-click caption translation toggle available if your strategy involves pushing the clip out to brand new international audiences. Honestly, this software seems to speak more different languages than the flight roster posted at a major international airport at midnight. However, these captions are thankfully not limited to just plain boring white text floating across the screen. The editor styles them with subtle, clean animations, punchy text highlights, and even perfectly timed emojis that land precisely on the beat of the speech. Changing just a single word in the style settings can suddenly shift the entire mood and vibe of the final video. I will admit that I spend far too long nerding out over these specific style details because it is genuinely weirdly calming to tweak exactly how an emoji bounces. Up at the very top of the interface, the software gives you a few main navigation tabs labeled Trim, Captions, and Scenes, and the Trim section is absolutely where the real editing speed up kicks in. Down in the editing timeline, you can certainly cut out all those awkward filler words like UHS and that weird 5-second stare into the void, but thankfully you do not have to manually edit every single clip individually. You simply hit the Remove Silences button, select your desired pace setting, and the tool automatically vaporizes all that dead air for you. If you set the tool to a medium pace, it will trim the 4 biggest pauses, but crank it to aggressive and it nukes every tiny hesitation until your entire monologue sounds like it was recorded in one single perfect breath. What used to require an editor a solid coffee break now legitimately takes about the exact amount of time it takes you to sip that actual cup of coffee. Furthermore, there is a truly life-changing button called Remove Bad Takes, especially if you are the type of person who records 5 different takes just to get one single sentence right. The software intelligently detects duplicate phrases across those takes and automatically tosses out all the weaker recordings, saving you from scrubbing endlessly for that one good line where you didn't sound like a busted robot. My specific clip happened to be clean this time around, but if you have ever desperately hunted for that exact moment, you sounded normal. You know exactly why this feature is absolutely huge for creators. Once the captions are all generated and looking good, I always click the little audio icon next to them because the clean audio tool embedded within is honestly like watching pure digital witchcraft. Even though my microphone already sounds pretty decent going in, there is always some rogue background hum or an annoying chair squeak that needs fixing. With just a single tap, the software effortlessly scrubs all that unwanted noise out without ever bothering me with confusing technical questions about EQ curves or sample rates. That same handy audio panel also lets you drop in background music tracks from a professionally curated library that is legitimately deeper than my entire personal Spotify listening history. As a quick heads up, you still absolutely want to check the track licenses if you plan on uploading to YouTube, because that platform's copyright monitors are much faster than a caffeinated spider, but for TikTok and Instagram, you generally have a bit more breathing room. In real-world practical time, completing all of these audio and caption initial setup steps takes maybe only about 60 seconds flat. I honestly could have finished making this entire marketing pitch in that single minute, but here we are now with me talking longer than the final quick edit itself will actually be. Moving over to the dedicated captions tab is where the real creative fun of the editing process begins. This software conveniently ships preloaded with literally every single trendy caption style you have seen dominating your social media feeds lately. There is a very clean, industry standard look that I am admittedly guilty of overusing because it is super readable and it just always works, but you can also dial in custom fonts, sizes, highlight colors, and even control precisely how many words appear on each single line. If you specifically want your accompanying emojis to spin around on screen, yes, you can absolutely do that with a simple setting. Do you want a really bold, thick highlight just behind a key punchline? That only takes about 2 clicks to achieve. If you enjoy fiddling with microtypography like I do, this is your happy place. The AI usually splits lines very smartly, but there are times when I need to manually drag a word back to its friends or split up one chunky line to improve readability. That final polish only ever takes a couple of extra minutes, but you must remember to always hit save so you never lose all of your painstaking work. Here's a specific nuisance I used to constantly fight. Captions would look absolutely perfect in the editor, but then get completely eaten by the app's native user interface when I previewed it on my phone. I would end up moving things up, exporting the file, re-uploading to test, and repeating the miserable cycle until it was finally right. The platform has a fantastic overlay toggle, so you can show the actual phone interface on top of your preview and position your captions precisely so they don't vanish behind a giant like or share button. It's the critical difference between blindly jaywalking across a busy street and having official traffic lights telling you the exact moment to cross safely. While you are in this final housekeeping mode, you absolutely must double check the aspect ratio setting, because muscle memory often drags in a wide 16:09 vlog when you meant to create a vertical short. Flip it to vertical and the tool auto-magically letterboxes or crops the frame perfectly so that your face doesn't get bisected by some sudden awkward timing cut. My pro tip is to always shoot vertically from the very start for tighter eye lines and more immediate energy, and trust me, nothing kills a short faster than an impromptu forehead edit. Next up is the incredibly powerful B-roll insertion feature, which slices your talking head segments and lets you easily plop visuals onto any scene you choose. You simply click Added B-roll and it opens up a massive vault of high-quality stock clips. Think cinematic slow motion, goofy, abstract stuff, whatever matches your current video's energy. You also have the flexibility to drag and drop your own personal footage, like drone shots or designer animations, whatever fits your brand. If any frame feels too static or frozen in place, you can drop in a gentle push-in or a punchy zoom effect to keep those pixels constantly breathing and moving. Motion is the essential seasoning in any good short, because if you skip it entirely, your final edit is guaranteed to taste flat. The zoom tool itself is absurdly simple to use. One click gives you options ranging from a soft inhale effect to a full-blown rocket boost launch. I usually start every new segment with a sharp immediate zoom right at the first syllable, so viewers instantly feel that sense of momentum building up. Think of it like a roller coaster. If the cart creeps out slowly, people will yawn, but if it launches immediately, they grip the bar and completely forget to scroll away. These highly energetic shorts live and die entirely on that immediate adrenaline jolt you can provide them. Furthermore, every single cut can be layered with custom audio cues too, adding production value effortlessly. Imagine your clip snaps to a brand new shot and a crisp swoosh sound effect hits the exact millisecond, making the entire edit feel expensive, like you paid a professional Foley artist a fortune. If you add a subtle crackle sound effect to a fiery transition, your viewers will practically smell the smoke coming through their speakers. If you are the type of creator who loves nitpicking every little detail, you can certainly go in and tweak every scene completely by hand. But the platform thankfully has 2 incredible time-saving cheat codes built right in to speed up the process dramatically. Magic B-roll is the first one. You tap it and the AI reads your script, figures out which parts need visuals, and then automatically drops relevant stock clips where the talking head isn't carrying the entire narrative load. It is even smart enough to know when to keep you on screen, so the final video stays personal instead of becoming a boring, disembodied narrator slideshow. The other powerful feature is Magic Zoom, which intelligently sprinkles push-ins and pull-outs across your entire timeline, so the frame always feels like it is subtly breathing. Just a quick heads up, those 2 magic buttons essentially act like reset grenades, so be careful what you click. If you hit them, any custom B-roll or zooms you already meticulously placed will be instantly wiped clean from the project. So you need to pick your lane. Either let Vizard paint the broad strokes first and then go back to tweak, or lock down all your custom shots and actively avoid the magic rerun. Personally, I run both magic tools early on to get the base structure down, and then I go back and nudge anything that feels slightly off rhythm for me. That specific combination gives me maximum automation speed without turning the final cut into 100 cookie-cutter identical shorts. There is also a neat image overlay feature where you can drop a reaction image like a mega emoji, make it hover or wiggle, and you instantly create meme-level energy. This is fantastic for delivering quick reaction tones, but you must be cautious because too many floating graphics can feel like you invited a confetti cannon to a very quiet coffee date. Now, this final area is where the platform truly separates itself from a lot of the other editing tools currently available out there. Competitors might be great at captions or have robust stock libraries, or maybe they cost an arm and a kidney just for basic scheduling features. Some lack reliable auto detection for those truly highlight-worthy moments, while others force you into a completely manual posting routine that defeats the whole purpose of batching content efficiently. The platform's true sweet spot is how it expertly combines smart clip selection with seamless end-to-end publishing workflows all in one place. The auto editing for viral clips feature actually finds the precise moments that have the absolute best shot at going viral and turns them into ready-to-post content automatically. That single capability alone legitimately saves me hours of tedious manual review every single week. Then there is the auto schedule function. You simply tell it how often you want new content to go out, and the system queues it up and publishes automatically across platforms. No more panicking at midnight because you forgot to upload your reel, or dealing with those awful late-night upload errors. Finally, the content calendar view is where you see absolutely everything at a glance. You can schedule new posts, tweak existing captions, swap thumbnails, and publish across all your various platforms without constantly hopping between separate apps. It is genuinely like having a tiny, hyper-efficient social media manager living right there in your pocket who never, ever emails you asking for something at 2 in the morning. When the editing process is finally done, I export the file, and the platform even suggests a perfectly optimized description ready for the upload box. That is one less critical brain cell I have to spend agonizing over keyword copy and hashtags for every single upload. So my current workflow is incredibly fast. Record one session, spend about 10 minutes making Vizard tweaks, export, schedule, and then I am completely done for the day. The social media algorithm definitely does not wait for anyone, so you should never have to wait on your editing software either. Listen, if you genuinely prefer spending hours manually scrubbing footage and playing whack-a-mole with captions and framing, then absolutely feel free to continue doing that. But if you value your time and want your content to look incredibly crafted without hiring a small post-production army, this tool pays for itself unbelievably fast. I will drop a link for you to try it out in the description below, so go record something right now, give yourself 10 minutes, and watch a proper high-quality short come to life.